Welcome back, Dark Sorcery. Uriel Zahriel here. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below if you haven't before. You know, here at Dark Sorcery, we've been honestly really busy. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of irons in the fire. Today's going to be a little different. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff going on. Some of my content, I've been trying to, as you guys know, I don't have any ever a prior agenda. I have no itinerary. I literally go by the flow. Literally, I fly by the seat of my pants. I have nothing before me but my art studio, honestly, with art projects. I have no anything going on in here other than other art projects. But honestly, we've been talking about how to find yourself, meditation. Everything's pretty much focused on your practice, getting you into the flow, and how you establish yourself into this flow. But today, I think it's very pertinent that we go over something. We've gone over what is sacrifice, especially to you, because it is a perception of the mind. So many people, and it doesn't really matter where you're at in your path. If you started 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 10 days ago, 5 minutes ago, and this is the very first video that you've ever watched on Dark Sorcery, quite honestly, that's how it doesn't matter. I know that may go against the grain of everything that other occultists may say, but there again, it's a perception. Don't let the perception that you have learned all the upcoming years to this point be your deception. That's where we're going today. How is the reality in your head your deception in your path today? Makes sense? So many people I talk to, not just online, but even locally. There's a common trend going on. What is light? What is dark? What is infinite? What is stagnant? Again, more perceptions of what? We could bust this down in many different ways and concepts. But at the end of the day, regardless of how we choose to look at it and define it, ultimately, it comes down to a perception of your reality. But how does that get formed? I beg to ask you this. How does that get formed? It gets formed from the way you were raised, the surroundings you were brought up in, the culture, the environment, social structure, maybe the country, could be even a state, city, district, school. Many different things could play into this. Different organizations you were around, different clubs, different social structures, whether if your family, you came from an impoverished family or a wealthy family, all these things, technically, through perceptions, manipulate you and at the same time control you and enslave you, and you don't even realize it. that is a true, actual look at a perception, what defines or molds you. As an adult, oftentimes, as we grow, let me, time out for a minute. As we're growing up, how many of us, I know I was, and I think I had a fairly good childhood. Granted, we all had some issues. We all have. But I still had a fairly decent childhood. But we all have had those moments. When I get older, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. And you know what? I've seen Salty Sally and Jezebel Susan and Crazy Nutty whatever down the street do that. I'm definitely not going to do all of that. We all had those too. Lessons to be learned. But then somehow we grow up, we graduate. Somehow life happens. You grow up, you become an adult, and then we find out, oh shit, adulting's not that fucking easy. And then we have these little demons called children, and they really change your life, like in the flesh. But seriously, we've all been there. These are all perceptions, facts, and how they impart their realities into our realities. And in the end, it comes down to your path. This is what molds, defines, and sculpts you. So, when you find something in life, are you going to allow something from all that you really technically at a younger age may or may not have fully at that time understood, accept it blindly by faith as good or bad as an adult? When as an adult we have common sense, or at least some people do, and common reasoning skills. Again, some people do. Sorry, but facts. Some people have it, some people don't. I understand, but it's facts. But still, the reality is, we as adults now, we have a choice. You're not a child. You're not being forced to do anything. So I ask you, what are you doing to make you better? Because no one but you, nobody, is forcing you to do anything. You are your own enslaver. That is the absolute truth. You do not have because you simply do not take the time to do. You have so much that you could possibly have, but you put your energy and power into other things. I have such a wide range in my audience from all sorts of people and paths, not just LHP. And I get a wide range of people and answers. And so many people want that quick, simple answer. And if you ever really honestly notice, if you've been following me for any length of time, even in my videos, yeah, there is one common link in everything I do. if you haven't figured it out, I'm going to give you a golden nugget into the realm of Uriel Zahriel. I may give you just enough, and then there's going to be a drop. And then I'll pick up and continue on, and then I'll drop again. There's a reason for this madness I do. It's not because of anything else, but I give you just enough information and just enough facts, just enough of absolute truth that you can handle it if you so choose to accept it. But at the end of the day, because I'm not here to say I'm the absolute number one in the world, I choose personally to help people. I want to be able to work with other occultists. Let's all band together and help everybody. Unite everybody. I'm not here to take away anything from anybody. We all need to be one and together and help everybody. We're all going to get to the same place. That is the truth. If you don't get there, that place, it's called last place. And if you're not in the end place, well, I hate to tell you, it's because you chose to just stand in place where you're at and you didn't do shit. That's a fact. But the reason why I give just enough and little drop-offs is because no one on this planet, nobody, not even Jesus himself, Buddha, Krishna, Lucifer, it don't matter who. I mean, it don't matter. Not even Uriel Zahriel himself. It does not matter. Who, what, when, where. If you want to worship a rock, it don't matter. What I'm telling you, if you don't pick up your rucksack or bag or whatever the heck you want to call yourself in your life and get your ass up and get moving and start doing stuff in your practice and find yourself and start learning how to become a master of thyself and doing things, you're going to be left sitting here by yourself. It's a fact. We're going to be out of here. That's the truth. You only get things by doing things, working. You got to work your ass off, just like real life. It's no difference. Spiritual life's the same way. You want gifts, you want knowledge, you want gnosis. You have to work at it. You have to meditate. You have to put in the work. You want to be a king, but you don't want to have any understanding or love or compassion for your fellow subjects. How does that work? Not ever met a king like that. Or at least had a very short fucking kingdom and rule. I'm all about being real. You guys want real, this is what you get. Start taking your practice serious. That's why I only give you guys so much. Because I want you to find the value in you and know you. That's what I want you to do. Anyone can watch a video and learn about me. That's not what any of this is for. It's about you learning about you and how to equip yourself to become better and stronger and making your path smoother and understanding a new perception to better your reality and how you're going about your strategies in life so you can better your future reality. Wake up. Wake up. Because you just might wake up tomorrow and be the last one standing by yourself. It doesn't matter all this other frivolous bullshit. It really don't. There is no one super magic book out there. There's no one super occultist or one super guru that knows everything. That one answer that you're looking for, it's inside of you. And yet you don't even know you. So, why is it that people can't understand this? They want to look everywhere else. And the most cheapest commodity that's being robbed and enslaved is you. And yet you don't even know it. Seriously. Know yourself. Strengthen yourself. Bolster yourself. Shake the shit off. Just like any soldier in the military, you have to train. You have to know your job. You just don't get there by just instantly running a 25-mile road march right away. Not even an airborne shuffling. You just don't do that. You're going to get hurt. You have to take your steps, stride. But start today. Many people want to become kings. All kings, before they were someone great, they used to be babies. They were loved. They were nurtured. They were cared for. Truth. Before you can lead, you have to love. You have to care. You have to know. You have to have compassion. There is no all darkness and all light. That is a philosophy that is absolute. It doesn't matter what paradigm, what system you follow. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Maybe in Hollywood. That's about the only place it exists. If you want that light to come on, you have to balance yourself out and flow. That is a truth that so many people don't want to take the time to know, because it takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. You have to set time aside. You really do. I didn't just wake up to this overnight. It took years. And a lot of frustration too. It wasn't easy. I didn't just walk into this and say, hey, Uriel Zahriel's here. I instantly know how to flow. I'm sure if you went back, I guarantee you, if you went on my Facebook page, there's actual military people that still follow me that I was active with. I guarantee you, some of those people would sit there and say, you know what? I used to be a knucklehead at times. Yeah, I was. We all have been. Fact, I can own that. I also learned from that too. And you're going to do that too. You're going to falter. You're going to fuck up, but own your shit. Yeah, it's not easy. And it sucks. It damn hurts when you stub that toe. I got it. But you know what? It will heal. It'll be okay. Just don't do it again. Now, there's an old Buddhist proverb, pain is inevitable, but suffering is a choice. I don't suffer at nothing. We obviously have pain for a reason. To realize, hey, dumbass, you just stubbed your toe. That's not good, man. Stub it hard enough, you might break the skin or something like that, break a bone. Consequences comes with reactions to what you suffered. But it's letting you know, hey, dumbass, don't do that again. Same thing. Let it heal, recover, move on with life. Now you know. Don't have to dwell on it. You don't even have to hate the sofa or coffee table you did it on. Just know it's fucking there. Walk around it. Don't have to break it. But to be a king, quite honestly, to be that masterless master, why is it so many that say this, they always put their trust in somebody else? Always. Like, seriously, they always do. There's no originality to them. As soon as they sit there and say, oh, well, King Belial told me to do this, but what do you see them do? Pick up another book and they read out of it. That's not being a masterless master. That's a follower. Do. Be you. Create a new you. Create the kingdom in you and rule it. If there's weakness, it's because you allowed it. Seriously. If something's affecting you, it's again because you allowed it. I want you to think about that. If something is a threat to you, is it really? Or is it really a threat because you allowed it? You allowed someone that gateway into your mind and your heart. I personally, as Uriel Zahriel, I don't allow anyone those thresholds. I don't. Someone poses a threat against me, I take that power right away from them. I don't allow them to have any power over me. You could raise all the different things in the world against me, and I still will say to you, you have no power over me. It's nothing. Vanquished. Useless. Absolutely nothing will come of it. Because I say it's so, and it will be so. So many people talk with authority, but what do? They run and find a book. They go run to another person. Seriously. If you're truly a king, stop running and be you. Be rooted and know and rule thy kingdom. And know exactly who you are. I fret no one on this planet. No one. But I seek to make alliances and friendships, loving friendships, with absolutely everybody. I'm not here to make enemies. Absolutely no one. Nor am I a threat to anyone. Absolutely am not. I actually seek peace. But we all need to be this way. It's not just a Uriel Zahriel thing. It's the level that I want you as a viewer to get. Quit letting people rule you and you rule yourself, because you have that ability. You do. But it takes work. It absolutely does take work. And I would be an absolute liar to you to tell you do steps 1 through 5 and it'll happen. Go down to your local cult store and buy such and such incense and oil and buy this book that has Uriel Zahriel's name on it and I endorse it. And that would be the biggest lie of the freaking century. I'm not here to make money off of you. I'm here trying to tell you truth and true knowledge. That's why my content is so different. And I stand by that. Whether I give a damn if you agree with it or not. I really don't. But it's the truth. People really do need to wake up and see the truth. And it starts in you. Start believing in yourself. Rule your kingdom. Take one simple step every single day. But as you take that single little step every day, keep moving forward. But as you move forward, don't forget where you came from. Stay humble. Don't become arrogant. Because an arrogant king always, and I say always, has a bitter end. And he usually doesn't rule very long. But as a king, as I once used to be, well, technically I still have the title of non-commissioned officer of the United States Army, even though I'm retired. Still, know thy soldiers. No one's more professional than I. Now, I'm not going to sit here and recite the whole NCO creed here on Dark Sorcery, because that's not the channel for that. But still, a real leader knows and cares those around and below them, and those that they are truly taking in to battle. You have to. You have to. It is a must. A must. But you don't get that trust without knowing yourself. Take that step. Find you today. Physically, in this world, we'll probably never get away from enslavement. That is a fact. Even I. We're all technically enslaved to something, to some way or another. That's a fact. We'll never get away from that. But who we are inside spiritually, that can be liberating. Take that step. You want out of the cage? Find the keys inside of you and let yourself out. and rule your kingdom. Because the time's coming. It is truly coming. Take that step. It's very real. You can have independence. You don't necessarily need to take the time and spend a lot of time in a lot of things. You can take 5-10 minutes a day. Just that. Spend some time with your patrons. So you don't know who those are even. Take the time. Find, ask, knock. You don't need no magical super right to learn all this stuff. It's in you. It's always been in you. You just have to dig in it and let it out. Become your own king in your own land. Quit valuing what everyone else says about you, that is. If it's bad, turn it off. This is your practice. This is your time. It's also your time to heal. It's also your time to rise and to know and to rule. Think about it. Start letting go of all the things that led up to all this built up, pinned up things from your past that's binding you today. In reality, this could be a thought form, an egregore in itself. Many people see shadows or shadow beings. Quite honestly, this could be some of it. I'm not saying it's the absolute answer for it all. Some of you have been seeing this. I see this too. I've faced mine down. I know who, what, and where, and why, what mine are. And I'm actually perfectly okay with mine. I've made friends with mine. They're cool. We're cool. But some of you really fear yours. And the reason is regardless of your age, you're dealing with that many years of built up indoctrination of a past of people telling you how to believe rather than what do you believe? And you're still struggling with that because you see shadow as bad. Within the spiritual community, whether it's left, right, in between, honestly, I personally hate these terms. I really do, because it puts us all in a box. You know what happens when you get put in a box? It means you're dead. Or you're being shipped off. I don't know about you, but when I was in the military, they like shipping you places. It's usually no bueno. Just saying. I've seen a lot of guys come home in boxes too, with flags on them. Not good. Can understand why I don't like boxes and labels. That's why I just stick to a name. I don't want no label. I just want to be me. And stay humble. I don't know everything. I can publicly announce and say that. I learn something new every day. But I also love that about life too. It's amazing. That's liberating. Absolutely liberating. To live in a world and be a king within yourself and rule and have zero fucks. That's pretty fucking liberating. A lot of people can't do that. They really can't. They really can't. But seriously, stop looking left and right and find out what box next or what book. Find you. Because all this left, right, in between, up, down stuff, you know what that's doing? It's keeping you from looking inside and finding your heart. That's what it does. That in itself seems like a lost art these days. Maybe I should put that on a poster. Well, maybe I will. You're the first guys to hear about it. What's left and right keeps you apart from your heart. And that is a lost art. See, now you know how I create my posters. Just out of the blue. I just now thought that up. Go figure. Welcome to the mind of Uriel Zahriel. But, seriously, I really love you guys. I value you guys. I love your comments. I want to see you guys do better and do good and be strengthened. I do really, truly worry about what's going to happen to everybody when shit really does, or even if it does ever hit the fan. How many times have we honestly been told, hey, this is going to happen, and then nothing fucking happened? And then we're all like, well, here we go again. Hell, honestly, as a retired soldier, I can promise you, I'm not going to disclose anything as top secret, but I can promise you, on maybe two hands, literally how many times I've been called up in the middle of the night, hey, Sergeant, get your shit, we're going now. And I'm still stateside. 24 hours, we're supposed to be somewhere. And then get to the plane, and we don't go nowhere. Everything's fucking nixed. We're going back home. Back to bed I go. You have no idea how much that shit goes on. And yet the people never, ever fucking hear about it. True story. So there is shit that goes on. All the time. But seriously, be prepared. But be wise. Be smart. Take the time while you got it and know yourself. That means start today. Even if it's a minute. I know earlier I said 5 minutes. Start with a minute. It's something. You just might find something within yourself that'll attract you to 2 minutes tomorrow, and then 3 minutes the next day, and on and on and on. I say this because you know why? I used to be that guy. I used to have a hard time meditating. I think in Buddhism they call it monkey mind. I get it. I really do. But start today. Start today. You'll never regret it. Make it, if anything you're addicted to in life, addicted to yourself and thirsting for more knowledge and looking within and knowing thyself. Set yourself apart from the herd. Sad to say, there's so many people that sit there and say they're not of the herd, but so many truly are sheep. Even though they call themselves black sheep, they're still of the herd. I'd rather be the other kind of herd. It's not a sheep, but rather be the herd by a voice. That's the kind of herd I'd rather be. Not a meh herd. I know lambs, they make good lamb chops. That's what I know. I'd rather be heard than eaten by some leader somewhere. If you get my point, and led astray, and then still eaten and devoured. Because whether you're white sheep, black sheep, in the end, you still get eaten. And you're still deceived. I'd rather be awake on the hill and saying, fuck everybody, and know thyself, and have my own kingdom, and live another day while everyone else gets eaten. I thank you for your time, your patience, bearing through this. I know this is a little bit probably dragging video, a little bit somber. I thank you guys for your support and your comments. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to our Dark Sorcery. Look us up on Facebook. We have a very much a growing and active Facebook group. There's a lot of activity going on there. A lot of other active members on there as well. I'd like to invite you guys if you guys are not in that already. We're also on Instagram as well. And if you like TikTok as well, Dark Sorcery is also on TikTok now. I'm running the TikTok side, that's a tongue twister, TikTok side of Dark Sorcery. Come check us out. Granted, our time limits there is really a challenge to, because you're only allowed 59 seconds. So it's really a challenge to offer a lot of information in such a short time. But I like challenges. And as a soldier, I like challenges. So I'd gladly take a challenge. So that is my challenge. So I'm I'd like to try to post a video up on there at least at the minimum once a week. So you guys, if you haven't been on there, come check it out. But anyways, Uriel Zahriel here to get you guys going, rooting in yourself, to know thyself, and get you guys to understand a new reality by knowing yourself and changing your perceptions to have a better day, to rule tomorrow and have a better reality and a brighter future. May you have a blessed week and blessed beasties. Uriel Zahriel out.